All right. What the fuck, man? We're fucking back. We're back.
It's only been a month.
Dude, it's been 6 weeks, I think, because it was a couple weeks before Thanksgiving. This is out of control. Oh, you get to drink beer. Are you drinking beer?
Why wouldn't I be drinking beer? I'm not at work.
Yeah, I know. That's messed up. I'm at work. Should probably share that. We can never carve out time for this shit, so I'm making the sacrifice. I'm doing this on my break from work, so it'll probably be a shorter podcast. But we're gonna do whatever we can to start making it happen because I have a goal. I have a goal for 2019. We got to do 25 of these bad boys over the course of 2019, and I think we can do it. That's once every 2 weeks, give or take. I think we can do
it. Yeah. So I have another friend that tried to set another goal and tried to get me involved in this goal. Okay. And it's the most batshit crazy thing I've ever fucking heard.
Go ahead.
So, all right. So even when I was like in high school and I was in shape, I was never a distance guy. I just didn't run distance. I fucking hated it.
Okay.
So he's like, here's what we'll do, man. He's like, week 1, week 2, you're on 2 miles. Okay, he wants to eventually do 52 fucking miles. No. I'm like, I was like, this is so dumb. Like, even if I could do that, I wouldn't have the time to do that. Like, he doesn't understand. Like, he doesn't have kids and shit, so he just doesn't get it. Like, I get yelled at if I'm spending too long on the shitter. Like, I don't have time to go run 52 miles.
I was thinking, like, it's crazy because lately I've been following this crazy distance runner named David Goggins, and like he's a super motivational dude. He's like his ex-Navy SEAL or whatever, and like he's known for running these ultra marathons. Have you ever heard of these?
He told me about fucking David Goggins in this whole thing, trying to get me pumped up. I'm like, dude, I don't care about David Goggins. I can't do this.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. And just the progression of that, like, that's a little bit too fast. Like, 1 mile to 2 miles to 3 miles to 4 miles, like, week to week. That's a little fast for a novice.
Look, I mean, and think about this. So, this time next year, I would be running 51 miles the week after I ran 50 miles. Are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, week 48, I run 48 miles the next week. Oh, wait, hold on. Are you just doing it once a week?
Yes. Spend your whole Sunday.
That's the thing. That's too... Okay, so not only is there a problem with... That's way too much fucking... Like, you're not going to run 40 and then run 41 and then run 42 back to back to back. Your body is not going to be able to handle that. And then for 2... once a week isn't enough to get your body used to shit. So, like, if you're running 1 mile 1 week and then waiting a full week to do any running at all, and then you're doing twice that the next time.
Yeah.
And then 3 times that.
Dude, I just did the math on this.
Okay.
So, if I was running, let's say, 10-minute miles, which, doable. I don't know if it's sustainable that much. But anyways, okay. 10-minute miles for 52 miles is 8.66 hours.
Yeah. Well,
fucking shift.
Like I said, that doesn't sound crazy because I've been listening to David Goggins stuff. It's like he ran I think it was 205 miles in something like 40 hours. Like, I guess they stopped to take little cat naps or something along the way. Like, it's not literally running for 40 hours, but pretty much to do it in 40 hours, that's that's retarded.
Yeah, there's no way.
Wait, so is this guy a runner, or is he also like a novice?
No, he's been a lifter for a while now. Like, he joined a powerlifting team and shit, and now he's like, man, I'm just too big now. Now I'm losing mobility. It hurts to tie my shoes. Dude. Like, so now I want to wind it back down.
Yeah,
So he's just real into it. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just crazy what he's telling me.
No, no. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Because I know. I feel it. I'm just not that insane. It's Goggins, dude. That's all it is. It's just Goggins. He got fucking caught up in the hype of Goggins. He got ultra motivated after one of these speeches, one of these YouTube compilations. And then, like, now he's like, well, dude, like, that's Goggins' whole thing. It's like, you don't believe you can do it. You, like, push through the hurt, and it teaches you that you could face anything and shit. It's like, Goggins, he ran 100 miles after never running really before in his life. Like, he ran 100-mile marathon. It's like, okay, that's what happened to him. He got fucking Gogginsified. He watched a couple videos, and now he's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. But he's not gonna do it. I don't think. And I'm not trying to be that fucking naysayer. Like, I hope he does it. I fucking hope he does it and proves everyone on Earth wrong. But that's all that happened. He's not like how unsafe is it to go from a non-runner to a fucking double marathon runner? Like how healthy is that?
Know.
You think?
I'm not gonna find out.
Like
so.
he didn't mention probably when he's telling you about Goggins that so Goggins ran 100-mile race after basically not being a runner, but he wanted to get involved in this like 100-mile race, but he couldn't because he never qualified for it because he never run a fucking 100-mile race. So this guy tells him, okay, go do this race. It's like a qualifying race. If you can do this and you can get 100 miles in under 24 hours, I'll consider you for the race. Not only like he did it, but in the course of doing it, he like broke all the bones and cartilage in his feet, and got sicker than like any man should, and almost died in his bathtub. Like that's what happens when you are untrained and try to go do something absolutely ridiculous. So that's all.
And not to mention, he's probably also a legit superhuman. Like lactic acid doesn't.
Yeah.
Build the same or something.
Yeah, well, at this point. Okay. Yeah, that's all that happened. That dude, he's not gonna do that. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what the fuck? It's been 6 weeks, so we've probably both done a bunch of shit in the meantime. Have you been?
I don't know, man. Got Christmas shit done.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Stores are fucking awful. I'm glad that's over.
Yeah, like I'm glad that this year I'm not very last minute buying shit. That's the worst thing ever. And I always say I'm not going to do it every year. And this is like the first year I think I've ever.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good.
Yeah. We both saw Creed. I don't want to go into a full review here because we have limited time.
Yeah.
But it was pretty fucking sweet. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Rocky alive and well, doing better than he's ever done before.
Yep. I want to just I just want to gloss over that, but yeah, I predicted that Rocky was going to die in this film, and I thought the film would actually be like the franchise. And it sounds fucked up. I'm the biggest Rocky fan ever. Don't take it the wrong way, but I thought that the franchise would be better for it if Rocky had died in this film. It would be more dramatic. Listen, because he didn't die, because it wasn't super memorable film, it's not like it. I really enjoyed it, but it doesn't make my top 5 of Rocky films. If I was doing a top 5 of the franchise, the first Creed would be in that top 5, but the second would not. It wouldn't be. It would probably be like maybe 6 or 7. Like it was good. They're all fucking good to me. Like I'm a super fanatic. Like I like Rocky 5. I don't care what anybody says about it. And I like Rocky 6. And I don't give a shit what anybody says about it. But like,
dude, I got a silk Tommy gun fucking ring attire set up.
what are you talking about?
From Rocky 5.
You have a what?
Is that- You know the silk thing he wears, like the robe?
Yes.
I got one that says Tommy Gun on it.
You're fucking lying, dude. That is a fucking lie.
No one owns that because that movie fucking sucks.
No, dude. No, man. It was still good, man, and it had Rocky's real son in it. Actually, that was actually his real son playing his son in that movie.
Really?
Yeah, that was Sage Stallone, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So a little bit of trivia there for you. But it's something that. Well, look, my dad took me to see it when it came out in the theater. So I was like 6 years old. And it was like, so I don't know. I thought it was really cool when I was a little kid. But then I got older and I'm like, okay, this is like the shittiest Rocky movie. And it might be of the first 5 of the 6 films like that were Rocky films. It might be the worst one. But I still don't think it sucks. Like I still rewatch it. And a lot of people would like, I skipped that one. Like even AMC skips that one, but like I don't know. I rewatch it. I know all the lines to that one too. What else? There was something else. Oh, I did that interview with the Mask guys. So I did this interview with the creators of the fan film.
Dude, we're gonna play that Creed VR.
Oh yeah. I'll get right back to that. Hold on. Yes, I actually Cameron got the game today. So I don't have to wait till Christmas now. And I watched him play it and I watched Asher play it and I'm really excited to play it. Like I want to play against real people though. Like I want to see what that's like.
It's a fucking beat down.
Oh,
That's what it is.
It looks like this looks kind of easy against the computer. Even on hard, it didn't look that difficult because you just keep your hands up. But like against other people, I think it'd be a lot more unpredictable and like hard to navigate. So do you?
It's because they get wild.
Yeah, and it's kind of annoying like watching my kids because it feels like cheating when they do like fucking windmill shit and like their arms go all wild and crazy like wet noodles. Like that looks like that's cheating to me, dude. That's like playing Mortal Kombat and just like smashing all the buttons and shit.
Well, that game sort of fights against that. So when you go completely wild, it'll make your hands where it's just outlines and they don't count. You'll phase right through them unless you throw punch type motions.
What about blocking? So because I saw that. So when your hands are like see through like that, if you're blocking, can they punch through your block?
Up slow after you do that too, so you're more likely to get hit in the face.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it now. It's hooked up in the living room, so I might be able to play it like tomorrow or Sunday. So hopefully we can do that. By the way, we're talking about the Creed Rise to Glory game for PS4 VR. Something we've been talking about for a long time. Like Justin has it. I got it for my son like a month ago and have been waiting because I wanted him to open it for Christmas so we could play it. So he got to open it early. Somehow, magically, he got to open that early, and now we can play together, so that's cool. The Mask interview. So I interviewed the creators of a fan film called Revenge of the Mask, and it was something, I don't know, I just thought it would be something cool to do and that was for a YouTube video. I just recorded our Skype session, and I get really, like, I'm good at talking to a camera, like, by myself. I get really weird when it comes to, like, having other people watch me do it. And especially when it comes to, like, I'm interviewing people who, like, make and edit films. Like, that's what they do. And, like, work with actors and shit. So, I don't know. I get like, weird nervous about performing in front of people. Like, I'm definitely afraid of like a live audience, like in real life, public speaking. Like I I don't know. I can't. It's a fear I want to master by just making myself do it, by Gogginsing it. But I don't know. Hopefully,
You
I'll
should
get
just do it like 52 times. Fuck it.
Yeah, and I'll start out with like 1 hour, and then I'll do it for 2 hours, and then. Anyway, what I was gonna say about it was, it was kind of a funny progression, like this interview. Like it started out, it was great. And the whole thing went great. I'll say that. And these guys were really cool and answered like every single question in super detail. And it was funny because I could tell that the producer, Dylan, like he is a talker. Like that is, he's a me. He's a Kevin Smith. Like he'll just keep running his like mouth about what he's excited about. Like just and keep going. And which is really great when you're doing an interview with someone and you want like detailed information. But it was really funny because by the end of it, I could tell these guys like they were like, "Why is this fucking goddamn interview lasting so long?" Because I interviewed these guys for an hour and a half on Skype. Like there was a point in which I actually said, "Hold on, guys, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. If you guys want to go take a bathroom break, and we'll come back and we'll finish the interview." And they both like when I said that, I could see them just trying to be cool. Like they want to treat like a fan of the film nicely and be really generous and stuff like that. But it's like you could tell when I said that they were like, "What the fuck's this guy talking about? Bathroom break? Like a fucking bathroom break?" It's like we've been here talking to him for an hour straight. And he was gonna take a bathroom break and come back for more. Like, because at that point I hadn't gotten to many of the questions that I had written down. It was just a bullshit session, and which is what I prefer. But I wanted to ask these questions I had laid out beforehand, and so I remember going like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna take a bathroom break, and we'll come back, and I like to get into some of these questions." And it was like, I could just see it on their faces. Like, they were trying not to, but I could see on their faces, they're like, this was some sort of hell that they were in. And to where they had to, like, be nice and grateful, but at the same time, like, they're tortured inside. Like, it was also really late. We started the interview at, like, 11 p.m., so we're going to, like, 12, just after midnight. And, yeah, you could just see it in their, like, the defeat in their eyes when I said, like, we're going to come back and jump into some of these questions. And then, like, by the end, I could really tell, like, they were being so nice, but I could really tell, like, they were like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, what? Why are we still here with this kid who has fucking, like, this video is going to get 18 views, and we're spending fucking an hour and a half." So... And it became more evident because, like, the very end, I remember we were on the next to last question. And I had said that I have 2 more questions, right? And I asked one of them, and we talked, and we kept going back and forth about something for, like, 10 minutes. And I remember the guy like, just going, like, he's like, "Yeah, man, what's up with that last question, dude? You want to go ahead and ask that last question?" Like... So, at that point, I was like, all right, yeah, I better fucking do that. I asked the last question, and I let him go quickly. But I could tell, like, once they got down there, like, dude, we're not fucking... I guarantee they talked afterwards, like, what the fuck was that about, dude? Like, why was that so goddamn long? Don't ever fucking respond to this kid again if he ever contacts you for anything, because we're not doing this shit again. Probably not. I mean, they were really nice guys, and like I said, Dylan liked to talk a lot, so... I don't feel like, other than it being late, I don't think I was, like, putting him out or anything. But it was fucking late. But they told me they were night owls. So I thought it'd be cool. Anyway, I just thought it was really funny, like, just to watch the progression of these guys being so happy and grateful to be chatting with a fan to, like, why the fuck is this interview over an hour long and we're taking bathroom breaks in the middle of it? It's absolutely ridiculous. So, all right, that's my story. But if anyone wants to watch that interview, Well, go watch the Mask fan film first, and if you like it, then come and watch the interview that I did on my channel. Yeah. And that brings up something else. You, jokingly, were acting like you were afraid that I was going to bail on this podcast and find a new podcast partner because we could never get together to actually make it happen. And it's funny that you say that because I'm not going to do another podcast, I don't think, but I am going to... That interview with the Mask guys made me realize, like, I like doing like interview type things. So I might start doing that on my channel, just like interviewing people. Maybe not for so long, but start interviewing like interesting people and shit. I think it'd be fun. Are you still there? I think we got disconnected. We lost connection there for a minute, so you probably didn't even hear the end of that. But basically what I said was I'm going to start... I think that interview with them made me realize that I like doing interviews with people. So no, I'm not bailing on our podcast or finding a new podcast partner, like you suggested. But I think I am on my YouTube channel going to start doing like video interviews with like interesting people or people who had really like interesting or fucked up life stories, shit like that. Like people that I know who had like fucked up shit happen, maybe like overcame adversity or something. I don't know.
No, Brett. I got the first interview. You got to do this, and you can get this guy. Get the craziest fucking flat earther you can find, and please let them tell you everything. Let them do it matter of factly and give you the fucking real truth.
Okay.
And just fucking listen to the crazy.
Okay, and so I'm gonna be like George Norrie and just be like a very agreeable, like coast to coast, and just be like, oh yes, and I heard that, I did hear that somewhere, yes.
Yeah, just let them go as far as they'll fucking take it, just to hear the crazy.
I don't know, dude. Do I really want to do a like a troll interview? I feel bad. I'd be like, I'm not gonna give reference for this, but it'd be like interviewing John P. and then just like letting him like go on and on about his broke down truck and how like no one loves him and shit. Like, not cool. Not cool, okay, man. So I'm gonna take advantage.
Do audio only. Do audio only.
Okay.
No names.
All right.
I mean, that's not no names. Audio only. No video.
That might be good. But then people will start thinking this is a flat Earth channel. Like people will come across that video, and they'll start subscribing, thinking I'm a flat Earth guy.
Just title it something like, "What the fuck is this guy on?" Something.
Yeah, or like maybe like crazy.
Or to do a disclaimer at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, like these are not my beliefs.
It's just, yeah, like mainly because it's batshit crazy and easily disproven. But
damn, dude.
I mean,
see, there's like a troll in you that I don't have in me. You're trying to like push that mean, like that evil spirit onto me. And like, because you're too afraid to do it. Like, you should do it. That's the thing. You should be doing these. You should be doing interviews with flat earthers. Why are you trying to make me do it?
I'm the idea guy. You're the man of action.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right. It was your idea to come up to do a podcast. Forgot all about that.
Okay, you got me on that.
You were like, Brett, dude. You know, I've always wanted to do a podcast. I think it'd be really cool. Would you do it? And I was like, I don't know, man.
So you're gonna bring up the one?
I don't. I don't know. You're right.
It's because you didn't have much of an online presence before, so.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. You're the idea guy.
Come on, dude.
You're dragging me along through this.
You're never gonna let me let that shit down.
What? That you didn't want to do a podcast?
Yeah, I didn't. You're right. I did not.
Well, no, but I'm saying like
because I'm weird. weirdly shy, is the truth.
Yeah, you're just one of those guys. You're afraid people are gonna think like you're an asshole, like you're dumb or something. But it's like most.
But I mean, yeah.
Most of the people that will talk shit are they are actual pieces of garbage. It's like you very rarely get like actual constructive criticism from someone. It's either like they like you or they're a fucking troll, and that's not me being like unrealistic. It's just that's how online people are. Like the people who will say a bunch of really fucked up negative shit, it's not real. That shit's not even real. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm happy that like 4 people are like, dude, this was great. You know what I mean? Like even if like there was also a guy on there being like, I fucked your mom. You're fucking trash. Like.
Yeah, but if you've ever played online a little bit, I mean, you're used to that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
Exactly. Well, that's what why are you telling me this? I was telling you this. You're the guy who did. All right.
Well, no. But see, I think you got it wrong. Why I didn't want to do it. Like, I already know I got issues with like being sort of a troll and an asshole, and like I'm not really afraid people are gonna find that out or they're gonna think I'm dumb. It's just that's my way of thinking about myself, and I don't want to reinforce it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean that. I meant an asshole in the sense that like people judge, like this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, like that type of shit. Not
Yeah.
Not an actual asshole, just like a dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, I don't pretend to know more than anybody else. Sometimes I'm just talking out my ass, and it's fine. Everybody does.
Yes. Damn, dude. We already busted through 27 minutes so far. So, we have a top 5 that the creator, Justin, came up with because he's the idea guy, and he came up with a top 5 list. So if it fails miserably, listen. I do have to give you credit though, because actually so far our most popular one has been the 90s one. That people have listened to that more than any other podcast. Now it's obviously it's less than 50 people, but still, it's like double the other podcasts. So like people seem to like the idea of talking about the 90s.
Dude, but here's the thing. One of these times though, you are gonna hit lightning. You're gonna die, and fucking 50,000 people are gonna come and like, I believe this man.
Yeah, you know what it's gonna be,
and that's gonna happen with this.
This one is gonna be. Well, then that's not me hitting lightning. That's not me capturing lightning in a bottle. That's you giving me lightning in a bottle. This isn't my podcast. I know it goes on my channel, but it also goes on a channel that we share together, and it goes on SoundCloud under our channel. I don't put anything else. Like, I'm not gonna put anything else but this on those channels. Like on the Podshit channel, the Podshit Facebook page, and the Podshit. That's just for this. I just also throw it on mine because I like it. And I think it'll maybe get to some more people since I do have some subscribers rather than the 0 that we have. So I'm just trying to give it a little bit of exposure if I can. Anyway, what was your top 5? What's the top 5 we're doing today?
Okay, so, damn it. Now you put me on the spot about the idea. And the idea, admittedly, it is a little convoluted and shitty. Yeah. But, okay, just basically your favorite memes, videos, vines from the internet. Like, what's your top 5 right now?
Internet thingamabobs.
Thingamabobs, exactly.
So basically, since the history of the internet, we're supposed to narrow down, like, stuff that stuck out to us that was like, that's fucking great.
Yeah, but I tried to, since we already did a 90s thing, I tried to not go too far back into the archives. I tried to keep it,
yeah.
I don't know. There's some that are dated, but I mean, they're usually not dial-up dated.
Yeah, I feel like most of the internet, basically, we're looking at like troll shit and stuff like that. And
I mean, okay, yeah, I guess that could count. Yeah.
it's that kind of thing. I don't feel like really existed much before 2000. Not like memes, and obviously memes are still pretty new, but like Vines, and like Vine wasn't around in 2000.
Yeah.
YouTube didn't exist in 2000, so yeah. So I feel like it's gonna be post 90s regardless. But all right, I told you going into this that mine would be absolutely horrible because for one, I don't know what any of them are called. I know they all have names, but I don't know what they're called. And then another one is I literally can't think of any. Like I'm not a internet troll guy. Like I don't go to a lot of. Back in the day, I didn't go to like chat rooms and shit. The only time I did that was with you.
See, but you see, and now you're sort of mischaracterizing what I was doing. Because back when I was going in chat rooms, I was just trying to give motherfuckers a Trojan virus. I wasn't going in there to chat.
Right. Right. But I'm saying you have your finger more on the pulse of the internet. Like memes and like you're all over Reddit and shit, and that's where people find out about shit. Like that's where ideas grow is on fucking Reddit, and I don't even fucking have Reddit. Like I don't.
Why not now?
I don't know. I downloaded it once. I don't know. I think it just was intimidating to me. Like when it first, I was like, "It's just so much." It's like it's unlimited rabbit holes is what it is, and it can go on forever.
It is, but what you got to do is go in there and alter the like default list, take out all the shit that's a distraction, and only fill it with the stuff that you like specifically.
Yeah,
so it'll
see?
make your list smaller, and it's only content you want.
Yeah. See, I was so like I don't know. I was so intimidated by it. That sounds so big to me. Like I have to go in personally and decide what of this shit that I want to see and try to filter. Like I don't know. It just sounded like a lot of work, and I was already on fucking YouTube and fucking Facebook and Twitter and Vine and
Well, dude, you don't have to partake of like you don't have to make comments and shit. Just lurk.
yeah,
Be
I
a
know.
lurker, man.
I know. I think it just seemed like information overload, which is not a bad thing, but it was just too much. It was just too much. But I'm learning though that that's a good place to go to like basically see what people think about just about any goddamn thing, no matter how obscure it might be.
Yeah, you can find the absolute craziest fucking groups of people. Like it's great and it's fucking horrifying. Like it's everything, a little bit of everything, man.
Right, and that's like the shit. I would say like 60% of shit that you send me is from Reddit, and like 100% of the shit I send you is from YouTube. That's just because I lurk, like I'm on YouTube all the time. But
Yeah.
like you're really into Reddit. That's just what I'm saying. You're like really into the internet in a way that I'm not, and so you like know all these. You speak in like gifs and memes, and I can't even do that. Like I don't even know how to look up. Like I don't know how to find the right meme and shit. Like I've tried it and I'm like this isn't right. No, this one won't work. Like, and it's just I'm not quick enough for it.
See, and that makes me worried because now this top 5 list I came up with, I'm gonna have to tell you what it is. I'm gonna have to explain it, and
Right.
like some of them are hard to fucking explain.
Yeah.
and they're gonna seem dumb as shit without like seeing it.
See, that's why I cautioned you against this top 5 because not only did you're gonna have to explain. It's like explaining a joke that someone doesn't get, and like you explain it so much that it's not funny at all to anyone, and by the time that they're like, dude, okay, fucking, it's not even funny, just stop. So you did this to yourself, man.
It's gonna be like if you don't sing, you're just not that person. And someone's like, dude, what's this song sound like? That feeling?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. Well, dude, just fucking sing it, and you're like, God damn it, no, it's that one with those words, and you're like, they're like, dude, just sing the fucking song. You're like, never mind, just fucking never mind, dude. It's not that good of a song anyway.
Oh god. Yeah, you just give up when at any point you were trying to make. You're like, it's not worth singing. I don't care now.
Yeah, it's not worth putting myself out there. So anyway, so I guess you go first, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Number 5. Let's go.
So we interact with this on a daily basis. So it's It's just basically it's a screen grab from the movie Superbad with Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
On his arms up in the air. It's just, fuck me, right?
Yeah. See, I know that one.
I mean, that's just a common. Everyone understands that one.
Yes.
So basically, when you pulled back into that fucking dock door, and you realized that your trailer had fucking opened, you had to open the fucking door, so you had to pull back out, and it wasn't just a fucking roll top.
Yeah,
that would apply, right?
Yeah, that was probably in my thought bubble. Like, that meme was in my thought bubble when it happened.
All right.
So I got that one. I'm on board.
Okay. All right. Nice.
It's a good one.
So, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna set. Okay, this one is like it's like 4 like comic quadrants, right?
Yes.
From what I remember, it might be 4, might be 3, whatever.
Okay, so 4 comic
it's like,
panels. Yeah.
So it's like a bucket. I want to say it's like in a restaurant.
Okay.
And the bucket is full of breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And someone has drawn this like little fucking chicken. And it's just a little chicken on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And it's sticking in the breadcrumbs. And it just says, "Oh yes, motherfucking breadcrumbs." Okay, fuck? It's so fucking stupid, but I love it. It's just so dumb. It has no purpose.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it actually apply to anything?
It doesn't apply to anything. Like, I'll say it to piss my wife off at this point. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
Now I want to see it. So you're gonna have to send me that, because I want to see that now. It sounds interesting. All right.
So now, number 3 is not even like an internet thing.
Okay.
But it only got, like, I like the memes related to it because it only blew up after the fact because of some shit. But that's Old Greg.
What is it?
You know Old Greg, right?
No.
Old Greg.
I don't think so. Old Greg.
All right, well, Old Greg.
What is it from?
All right, well, it's on YouTube, man. It's basically a skit from a British comedy show.
Okay.
I think it was called The Mighty Boosh. And it was Old Greg. You gotta look that shit up.
Okay, I will. Hopefully, people that are listening to this will probably know some of the shit, because if they see the title of it, like, hopefully,
yeah,
they're into that sort of thing. So.
Everyone knows Old Greg.
I'm sure Eva does. Like, Eva's a fucking, she's a memer, dude. Like, she's a fucking meme-aholic. She'll sit and fucking scroll memes for, like, hours and just laugh to herself. I'm like, what's so funny? And she'll show me, and it's like, sometimes it's hilarious, but sometimes it's not funny at all, but she's crying. I'm like, I don't know how, though, that you can just look at memes, but I don't know. That's me. Go ahead. Number 2.
Well, you're just a higher caliber of thought, man, aren't you?
No, I'm definitely not. I think it might be the opposite, and that's the problem. Like, I don't get. No,
I just got to get you back for calling me the idea guy all sarcastically all night.
I think that like 50% of the times I don't get the joke, and I'm like, that's not even funny, but like, oh, that's not funny. She's like, oh, it's hilarious. Do you get it? I'm like, of course I get it. It's retarded.
Dude, and I'm the first to admit some of the shit I like is just fucking retarded, and I can't even tell you why I like it. It's just.
Well, I can tell you right now, like the breadcrumbs one.
It's attached to it.
The breadcrumbs one is something I think I would like. Like, I would like if I saw it, I would probably laugh at it, and it would mean nothing at all. But I would find it funny just all on its own. If I saw that.
Okay, this is gonna be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is another thing. Side note, but just random shit like that. Something I always think about is like, you showed me this fucking horror movie, and this woman, like, okay, just for some reason, she like put a lipstick in her nipple.
Yes,
that's what I remember.
Yeah.
And I just fucking think about that, and I fucking lose it. Like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. What the hell was that?
That was Night of the Demons, my friend.
Oh my god, that was
Night of the Demons.
Ridiculous.
If no one's ever seen Night of the Demons, it used to scare the fucking shit out of me as I was a kid. And we had it on VHS, like taped off of fucking HBO. and I watched it all the fucking time. But I thought that was it's about a bunch of, it's very fucking 80s, but I think it's made in the 90s. It's a bunch of kids who go to this fucking supposedly haunted, abandoned house and throw a huge party there. And then they all get possessed by demons one at a time. I loved it. I think it's an incredible movie. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's good. Anyway, that's what he's talking about with the lipstick into the nipple. It's quite horrendous scene. And then like also there's a scene where this girl's sitting there and this guy walks in and she's like sitting by the fire, kind of like looking at the fire, and he comes up from behind. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing in here?" And she turns around and her hands are engulfed in flames and like melting away. And she's like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just warming my hands in the fire." So it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's a shitty line too.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. Okay, we're down to number one. That lipstick wasn't your number one, was it?
Absolutely not. That was just some like a piece. Something like it just didn't compute. But anyways.
All right.
So my number one is actually from YouTube.
Okay.
So whenever someone is talking to me about a shitty situation, or I'm really disappointed in something that happened in the world,
mm-hmm.
I send a link to this video, and it's just, fuck this gay earth.
See, I don't even know that. Is that a
okay? All it is, it's like there's this dude. He's like a Native American. It looks like. I think maybe he is. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just like Spanish or something. But anyways, looks like a Native American sitting on the ground, and he's got two sticks and he's got a drum. And he's just hitting the drum.
Uh-huh.
And he just keeps saying "fuck's gay earth," like he's just mad at something. And that's his song.
Wow. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look these
it's
up
awful.
now.
It's awful, but it's a great reply for when you're just done.
Well, it's funny because I got into YouTube after that beginning stage where there was like a bunch of viral like weird shit like Star Wars Kid and probably like that video you're talking about right now. Like there was this whole set of YouTube videos that came out and like were crazy viral, and a lot of like college age kids knew about them and stuff, but I wasn't into YouTube. I didn't get into YouTube till like 2011, 2012. So I didn't get that first wave of ridiculous stuff. And now there's just so much there that I would like, you don't even hear about it anymore. But like Eva was obsessed with she was obsessed with that Unforgivable. You remember that?
You know, I went down to Levain's to buy some pants. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that. Like, I had never heard of it. And Eva's like, "This is the greatest thing you ever see in your entire life. This is so fucking great." And she's like, quotes it all the time and shit. And like, I watched it and I was like, it was pretty funny. But it was like, it was just weird that it was so viral that like everyone knew of it. And I had never seen it. And this is like 2015. Like, she showed me that. I was like, how did I not know about this shit? Like, why is this a thing that everyone knows about but I don't know about? All right. Nice list. Mine's, like I said, it's going to be really lame. It's probably going to be like the stuff that super commonplace stuff that's not obscure at all, that everyone knows. And be like, yeah, that's dumb. But
it's fine. It doesn't have to be obscure.
Okay, let's see here. I got my list here. All right. I kept modifying this list because Eva kept like reminding me of shit. I was like, "What are your favorite memes?" Like, I just wanted to like, I'm like, bring some up that I don't remember. Okay. I I've always liked the scumbag Steve meme. That's my number 5. And that's because he's just like the epitome of the town that we grew up in. Like he is the epitome of Springfield. Don't you think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Like when I see
I
that
can definitely
guy,
see him anywhere in Springfield.
yeah, it seems like guys like I went to school with, guys that I ran into at parties, some girl's boyfriend that no one likes. Like it just always stuck out to me because of that. Like when I saw that, I'm like, that's fucking dead on. That is dead fucking on. That is what. And it's probably like, I'm sure I love that like a lot of these memes are just regular ass people that got caught in one fucking photo that makes them look so fucking dumb and then it gets turned into a meme. But that guy just reminds me of every fucking dirtbag I've ever known. And so, that's my number 5. Scumbag Steve. And then Eva.
All right.
Eva, like, basically introduced. This is another example of how I don't know shit about shit. So when I asked her the other night, like, what some of her favorite memes were, like, I had to look them up. And when I looked them up, I'm like, I found some. At least, yeah, I found one that I can include in this list, and it's the cat in the suit. You know what I'm talking about with that?
I think so.
It was like it started off on I don't remember the name of that site, but it was like way back in the day. Shit, I don't know what it's called, but it was just a bunch of fucking cat memes and shit, and that's all it was. And the cat in the suit, so it's like this cat, and he looks like a businessman. And
Yeah.
most of the jokes have to do with like an office setting and shit, or like work, or like he's your boss and he's asking you like, and it's all these fucking really super fucking lame like puns, like cat puns. So I don't know, but it's his face. It's the face of the cat that's so great to me, and that's what a lot of these are to me. Like, it's the look of the person in it. It doesn't even matter any of the meme around it, but like that cat's face makes me laugh in that fucking suit every time. It doesn't matter what the fucking meme is. So that's my number 4 is cat in suit, and I don't know if it has a name, but I'm gonna call it cat in suit.
I think it's business cat.
Business cat. There you go. Thank you. Number 3 is the overly attached girlfriend. And that's because it was a constant thing. Like when Eva and I first started dating, like she used to send me that, like those all the time, like ridiculous. Everyone knows like that situation has like met someone like that. And I don't know, I just find this fucking hilarious, especially when they're like really like raunchy or weird. I really enjoy that overly attached girlfriend. So, it's my number 3, overly attached girlfriend. My number 3. Number 2 is this is another one that makes me laugh. It doesn't matter what the meme is, but do you know that crazy-eyed dog? And it says like I'm getting real sick of your shit, kid. There's like a laughing, smiling, like gleeful little girl in this photo. And then there's a dog with its face against her face. Like its nose is against her face, and it's got this serious as fuck like he's about to murder her look. Do you know what I'm talking about or no?
I think I know that one.
You do?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll send it to you.
I'm gonna say no.
You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But like right now, if you were to type in "I'm getting real tired of your shit, kid," that would pop up. But it's this fucking.
I'll do it right.
It's just the look of this fucking dog's face under this smiling, happy fucking child, and it's just like the feeling you get sometimes when you come into contact with kids, and you're like, it doesn't matter. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking it up, and I'm not finding it on Google.
Tired of your shit, kid. Dog. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll move on to my number one favorite thing. This is an internet thing. This one isn't a meme. But
Okay.
it's gotta be Bat Dad, dude. You like Bat Dad?
Yeah, Bat Dad's pretty good.
Yeah, it's because it's fucking dad humor, and I could totally relate when it like the kids like do ridiculous shit, and like sometimes he's kind of like watching Shrek sometimes, where it's like a very adult joke, but it's hidden. It's like hidden inside like a kid friendly joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love Bat Dad.
Yeah, and his like number one thing is just to annoy everybody, which is probably the greatest thing about it.
Oh yeah. The best thing about it is him fucking annoying his wife, and then you can see like she plays along, but she does actually get visibly fucking upset with him. Like she's actually upset when he fucking is like, Jen!
Yeah,
I think it's great, but yeah, it's basically it represents my life, so I really enjoy it. Like it, I live that life where I like annoy my kids and I annoy my wife, and like, but I'm completely entertained. Like I'm entertaining myself, but everyone else is so annoyed. That's what Bad Dad is. So that's probably my favorite.
Dude, it's like my daughter.
Go ahead.
Dude, it's like my daughter was taking too long to get out of bed for school.
Yeah.
I just like freak out and like I bit her calf.
You bit,
and I got her out. I got her out of bed faster. It's like, yeah, I bit her, but it's just my type of thing. Like my favorite joke is to just freak out all of a sudden and like surprise them.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the time I hid in Asher's closet? Oh my god, dude. So this was Asher was about 4 years old, I think. Maybe 5. Yeah, this is probably 3 years ago. He was 5. And I've always been like a jump scare person. Like I'll pop out and scare the kids or whatever. To the point where like now my daughter, every single time I come through the door, even if I just ran out to the car to grab something out of the car, when I come back through the front door, she's hiding and she pops out and screams. Like every time I walk, at this point, it's completely expected every time I enter the door now. Like she just pops out like, ah! And I have to go like, oh shit, you got me. Like, but I think I did that to him. But, so Asher's 5, and this is almost like I felt bad about it actually when I did it. But I'm like, I'm really going to get him this time because like a lot of times I'll pop out and I'll be like, duh! And you could see him jump, but he'll be like, it didn't scare me. I wasn't scary. You know what I mean? But this night, I'm like, I'm going to really get this. You don't think I can scare you? All right. So, like, I played the long game, dude. I went into his room. Like, he still had, like, probably 10 minutes before bedtime. He had to brush his teeth and all that shit. Like, get ready for bed, take his vitamins or whatever. And, like, get prepared for bed. During him doing all that, I went and hid in his closet, closed the door, and just waited. I just sat and wait for like a full 10 minutes. And then not even just like the full 10 minutes.
Like how?
Go ahead. What were you asking?
Oh, I was like, how hard is it to not make noise because you're almost fucking giddy? Like the longer it takes, like the more build up. Like I almost lose it every fucking time.
Yeah, I was laughing. Like I was laughing and I had to stifle hold my breath. I was in there and it was pitch black. It's completely dark in there. And not only did I wait for him to get to bed, like I played that even longer game. Like I waited a full 5 minutes of him being in bed and like being, like I listened to him talk to himself, like the shit that a kid does when he doesn't know you're around. Like and just settle in and just fully be comfortable in the fact that there is no other living soul in the vicinity. And just like, and he was probably at that point starting to drift off to sleep. And I just busted, like, I exploded out of this closet, dude. I didn't like kind of get it and then stumble out and scream. And I didn't just yell, like, it was a simultaneous, like, bust through the door, scream at the top of my lungs, and just, I was like, bah! And like, dude, he shot up out of bed, like, screamed, high-pitched scream, and immediately starting crying at the top of his lungs. Like, it was the scariest shit that had ever happened to him. And he actually cried. Like, this is like, people are going to say this is child abuse, dude. Because he cried for like a good 5 minutes. Like, I had to calm him down. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but like, you kept saying I couldn't scare you, dude. But like, I fucking got you. Like, it felt like the scene in Dumb and Dumber when the guy's like, choking, having the heart attack after he eats the hot peppers and shit.
Yeah.
And like laughing in his face. Like at first, that's all I could do. Like he was crying his eyes out and I'm like pointing and laughing. Like, but I could not. Like it was the funniest thing that had happened in a really long time. And then it was so fucked up, dude. It was so fucked up. But it's like these kids do shit all the time to annoy me. It's like, looking back now, I don't feel that bad about it. Like at the time, I was like, "Damn, man, maybe I took that a little far. Like, I shouldn't have went that deep. I shouldn't have waited that long to pop out. Like, get him completely comfortable with his surroundings, and then just make him question life. Like, I guarantee from then on, for a while, he was like worried about shit popping out, like checking his closet probably several times before he laid down, like." I don't know, I feel bad. I don't feel bad now, but I felt really bad. But now it's like they annoy the piss out of me so bad a lot of times. Just like arguing with me and stuff. Like I don't feel the slightest bit bad about it. Like I feel like I should do it more often. Just scare the shit out of them, because it's like that's what they get, man. That's what they get. Don't fuck with that. Anyway, that's it. That was our top 5. You ready to shut this thing down? All right. It's time to shut this thing down, man. We've been going for 57 minutes.
All right.
So we're going to shut it down. We got our top 5 done. And I was supposed to take a 30-minute break, and it's now been 1 hour and 5 minutes. So,
all right, man. I'm going to keep you at work longer. So, well, that's one cranked out.
All right, man. I'm hoping that tomorrow we can bust out another one, man. We can just start playing a little catch up, just like maybe.
All right, dude. I've got the next 4 days off. So whatever, man.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. Let's fucking marathon it. Let's just bust out as many as we can.
All right.
52. All right, we'll see.
Man.
We'll see everyone next time. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, that's it.
All right, later.
See ya.